Hello and welcome back to Optimal Nate. I have a new issue from the Star Trek Starships collection featuring the USS Excelsior NCC 42 as featured from Star Trek Picard Season 3. This is exclusively from Fanhome. This is issue 9 in the series that I've been doing. I will be leaving links in the video below so you can watch my previous issues that I've done so far, with the previous issue being the USS Enterprise, NCC 171G, formerly known as a Titan. So, with this issue I got this past week, you can definitely see a lot of features in this ship's design from the original Excelsior as we would have seen in the old Kirk movies from Star Trek the Motion Picture up into, I think it was Star Trek 3, Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. That's where we saw the Excelsior introduced. That's the top of the box art here, and on the side we have a nice overhead view up close where it's going through the cosmos. There's some more on the side, just the Fanhome logo. We have a nice display shot with the model on the stand. Top is also the logo, and on the back it has the website and also has the logo with some more literature at the bottom with copyrights and other items. So, we're going to open this box here and take a peek together. And as with all the issues, you do receive the magazine. We'll go over this briefly together. Nice, beautiful artwork on the cover featuring the ship with the name and the logo. Inside here, you got some nice artwork showing the model on its stand. A nice front view with the deflector dish. And if you recall the original Excelsior, this also likewise has a small deflector dish. It tells us on the bottom here it became active in 2401 with a length of 588 meters. The captain is Ben Best, has wet phasers and photon torpedo weaponry, and it was destroyed in the Sol sector in 2402. Here's a nice long side shot of the ship for the final production photos. Here's some more computer-generated artwork that you can look at and glance over when you have time. I love the bottom side over here with the underside of the saucer section. And here's some more artwork featuring it in space. This talks about the designing of the ship. This is actually the Excelsior 2 class. It says Excelsior. I want to say it's a misprint. I believe it's Excelsior, but we'll go with that. John Eves was definitely involved with the work creating this, along with Doug Drexler. Together they created a newer version of the Excelsior that looked at home alongside the Sovereign class Enterprise E. These are some preliminary sketches of the ship from its original renderings. Very nice. Here's some more of the underside of the ship and the top where the bridge would be, and breaking down the sections of it. And it says here, Blass and Eves both thought that the oval module between the warp nacelles was a distinctive feature and were keen to retain it. So that's definitely a feature that was worth keeping. The current producers of Star Trek like the idea that the bridge view screen can also serve as a window, so Eves produced the sketch showing how it would fit into the hull. Alright, and these are some of the final renderings done on computer showing different perspectives of it, and you can look at that and read some more on your own time. And there's the back. We'll set this aside, and now we'll pull out our ship. Here's our hockey puck. I always like to call them that. If you're familiar with my older videos, if you're new to the channel, I always refer to them as a hockey puck. Here is your stand. We'll pop that in right now. Be careful putting these pieces together. You don't need to press very hard. I did that in a previous video, and in the video I literally snapped the bottom. It snapped it right to base. So be very careful. And look at that. That is a beauty. I want to say overall in length, this model is about 6 inches long. It's got some decent light fluting in the work nacelles over here. Spectacular job on the Aztecing they did over on this side. Since we're getting more into the detail, I turn on my flash so we can see a little better. Look at that, baby. I love the front of the work nacelles here, how the light hits the red in the front end of these pylons. The work nacelles. They kept the middle part pretty similar to the original Excelsior on that end. Okay, here's the bottom of the secondary hull. Your navigation reflector dish appears to be a translucent plastic blue. Let's hook this up so you can get a better glimpse without me constantly holding it. And there you go. Upon initial inspection, it seems to be a bit front heavy, but not too bad. I'm going to lower this down just a little bit. There we go. But definitely a great piece of work they put into it. This is definitely a great piece of work. It appears to have 4 impulse engines, 2 inset on the hull, the saucer, and 2 on the secondary drive. And it looks like they got a shuttle bay in there, but if you glance at the bottom, I think that's supposed to be the main shuttle bay. I could be wrong, but I believe that's it. And just for a little fun here, I'm going to pull out my little light up display. And this has different settings, so I can change the speed of the light. But here we'll do it that way so it's not so fast. So what do you guys think? If you like these ships, if you want to start collecting these, all you have to do is go on Fan Home and subscribe. They should still have the first issue available. As far as individual pieces go, I believe you can back order some of them, but they may not all be available. And right now, this is about halfway through the series. Issue 10 will be coming out next. If you're new to the channel, please click the bell also so you can be subscribed and get updates for my new videos. I appreciate that. And also spending your time watching my videos. So, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And as my saying goes, stay humble and true, my dudes. One to beam out.